Good afternoon, CFM. This is Coach Matt with our Tuesday workout. Let's get right to it. 3 rounds through of the warm-up, 10 calories, your choice, row, bike, or ski. Then I want you to get a medium band. We're gonna do 10 reps of this band pull over. So the pull over kind of mimics the same motion as the dumbbell pull over, where we wanna have straight arms. We wanna have the initial position being the complete overhead position, and my finished position will be my hands down by my waist. The goal here is to wake up my lats and my posterior deltoids, stabilize the shoulder, so I'm putting my hands up and through the band, stepping back until my ears are past my arms, and then I'm just gonna pull straight down until I get to my hips, right, like that. 1, 2, and as I'm pulling down, I'm thinking about shrugging my shoulders back and down. So like rowing downward, not shrugging upward, but rowing downward with my shoulder blades. All right, next one we're gonna do is a little bit of balance and a little bit of hip flexibility, right? So I'm starting with my knee up high. I'm gonna kick back, using this leg, feeling strong with that leg and kicking back and keeping tension in my hip and hamstring, reaching down, trying to touch a toe, back to my high knee position, and then taking 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. And notice that if I do 3 steps like that, I end up on the opposite foot, down, touch that toe, 1 or 2 hands, back to that high knee, and then 1, 2, 3, all right? So high knee, single leg deadlift, 3 high knee steps. Next one, 4 frog hops. Please be smart about how big you push into the ground with these. I would like to see you jump high, but the goal here is a safe, controlled, soft landing, right? So I'll start a little bit low. Now pull my knees a little higher, pull my knees a little higher, right? As long as I'm landing soft and in control. What I don't want to see is like a horse landing, right? Where I'm like severe shock to all my lower extremities coming out of nowhere, right? We can build up to that, but I don't want you going there on the first couple jumps. All right, that's our warm up. The workout is very simple, but it is not going to be easy. It is 3 rounds of 30 reps of each exercise. A pull-up, this is an anyhow conditioning pull-up, so kipping is allowed, jumping is allowed. I would like to see you set it up so that we're getting a minimum of 6 to 8 reps without stopping on the first set, right? And then if it breaks down to something that's a little bit more challenging, then like 2s and 3s, that's fine. What I would very much not like to see is like a single kip and then an immediate release, right? So if I'm down to where I have to go like single kip and then drop like that, I'm getting very little training out of that movement, all right? If you can string together, 5 or 6 of them, then we're starting to get something more out of it. But if you have to scale it down to singles like I just demonstrated, and I'm exaggerating, kind of like funky CrossFit technique there, but those ones are not as valuable for your training in terms of strength and conditioning as doing a slightly less resistance level and getting more reps strung together, working on your rhythm a little bit more, is a little bit more valuable from a training standpoint, all right? So again, with that theme of 2024 of like, what are you chasing, right? Are you chasing clicking the RX button next to your name, or are you actually trying to change your body and improve your physique and improve your athleticism and improve your health, right? And I would say like, let's try to do the latter. Forget what RX is. I want everybody to do body weight pulling exercise today. I don't care what your resistance level is. I want you to get something out of the training, right? And I know that's a big mental shift to make, because a lot of times we're just chasing the score or chasing the RX, chasing somebody else on the leaderboard, and they're really things to the changes that are going on in my body, right? They can help motivate you, but when they turn into like the sole pursuit, then we've taken a bad turn and we got to correct, okay? All right, so that's pull-ups. Walking lunges is the next one. So this is just a forward step, tap the back knee gently to the floor, and then back to full hip extension, okay? Very simple on walking lunges. If you want to go backwards, you can definitely go backwards. I sometimes like to go backwards because it loads sequentially your glute and your hamstring a little bit more, whereas when you're going forward, sequentially it loads like your ball of your foot, your knee, and your quad a little bit more. Minor difference, okay? Up to you. And then ab mat sit-ups is last. So this is our standard sit-up. As always, feel free to use a band around the rig if you need a little assistance getting off the ground, but try to slap the bottoms of your feet together like that, and then turn your knees out to the side, and that removes a lot of your hip flexors from the movement and makes you do more of it with your abdominal muscles, right? Any way you slice it, 30 reps. And this is also a workout where the volume can be a consideration. If 90 pull-ups is too much for you in order to feel okay for the rest of the week, then let's make it 20s, right? Or make it 15 pull-ups and 15 ring rows. There's a lot of different ways where we can play with the volume so that you have a really good training effect. You're not overloaded, you're not underloaded, you're right on that sweet spot where the results are, okay? And that's the goal for every workout. Everybody have a great one. I'll see you guys on Wednesday.